I was only 18, still a girl in many ways, still scared of the dark. And now, a bride, but not by choice. My stepmother forced me into it. After my mother died, she married my father. He passed away when I was 16, and from that day on, I became her burden. I cleaned, cooked, washed, and obeyed, and when I turned 18, she told me I was getting married. "Be thankful," she said. "He's rich. You'll never go hungry." I didn't know his name until 2 days before the wedding. I didn't see his face until the night before. And on our wedding night, when I was still dizzy from the noise and perfume, he came into the room, locked the door, looked at me with cold eyes, and said, "Take off your clothes." I froze. He wasn't shouting, but his tone had no kindness. No emotion, just demand. I sat on the bed, my heart beating like a drum inside my chest. I held myself tight. I wanted to cry, but the tears were stuck. He sighed loudly and turned away. "I'll sleep on the sofa," he said. "But tomorrow you better behave like a wife." And just like that, he lay down far from me and switched off the light. I didn't sleep that night. I stared at the ceiling, my hands clutching the fabric of my wedding dress. I felt cold, empty, like something had been stolen from me, my childhood, my freedom, my voice. His name was Zayn. He was 29, a successful businessman. My stepmother said he wanted a simple, obedient village girl who wouldn't question him. That's why she gave him me. He didn't touch me. Not on the first night. Not on the second. Not for a whole week. But he didn't talk to me either. He came home late, ate silently, and slept on the sofa. Sometimes he would glance at me with tired eyes, but never with warmth. I felt invisible, and yet I was expected to serve him, cook for him, wash his clothes, clean the house, be a wife. But I didn't feel like a wife. I felt like a prisoner. One night I was cleaning the kitchen when I accidentally dropped a glass. It shattered on the floor, cutting my finger. I gasped and blood started dripping. I tried to hide it. I was used to hiding pain. But he walked in just then. He saw the blood and came forward. "What happened?" he asked. For the first time, like a real person, I broke a glass. "I'm sorry." He looked at my shaking hands, then at my face. He saw the tears I was trying to hold back. "You're hurt." I nodded. He gently took my hand and wrapped a cloth around it. I looked at him, confused. Why was he helping me now? "You should be careful," he said softly. "You can sit. I'll clean it." That moment broke something inside me, not because he was kind, but because it was the first time anyone had treated me like I mattered in years. The next morning, I found a first aid box on the table. Beside it was a small packet of chocolate and a note, "For the girl who bleeds in silence." It wasn't signed, but I knew it was him. And for the first time in many weeks, I smiled. One rainy evening, the lights went out. I lit a candle and made tea. He came home soaked hell, ooking tired. I gave him a towel and a cup. "You didn't have to," he said. "I wanted to," I replied. He looked at me for a long moment. Then he spoke. My mother was like you, he said, quiet, always scared. My father used to beat her. I used to hide under the table and listen to her cry. I looked at him shocked. She died when I was 15. My uncle raised me. He taught me to be tough, to never let emotions in. That's why I don't know how to be kind sometimes. My eyes filled with tears. You're not unkind, I whispered. He looked away. I thought marrying a quiet girl would make things easier. But maybe I was wrong. You don't deserve to be scared. He started eating breakfast with me. He started asking me how my day was. He started buying me books. Because I once told him I loved reading but never had time. He never touched me without asking. He always knocked before entering the room. He still slept on the sofa. But one night he asked, "Can I sit here?" I nodded. He sat at the edge of the bed. "Are you still scared of me?" he asked. I looked down. "Not as much," I said quietly. He smiled. "That's a start." 2 months passed. One day I told him everything. About my stepmother. About how I begged not to marry. About how I cried the whole wedding night. About how I felt like I lost my voice. He didn't interrupt me. He just listened. And when I finished, he said, "You didn't lose your voice. It was stolen. But I'll help you find it again." It was a cold night. I was coughing, my fever rising. He stayed by my side all night. At one point, I woke up crying. I don't know why. Maybe it was the fever. Maybe it was the years of silence. He gently held me. It was the first time he hugged me. Not to demand anything. Not to control me. Just to hold me. 3 months into our marriage, he came into the room. He didn't say, "Take off your clothes." He said, "Can I sit with you?" I nodded. He looked nervous. "I love you," he whispered, "but I will never touch you unless you love me too." I stared at him, and suddenly all the fear, pain, and silence faded. Because now I saw a man. A broken man. A healing man. A gentle man. I reached for his hand. "I'm ready," I said. Not because I was forced, but because I wanted to. That night, I gave myself to him. Not as a duty, but as a choice. Now I'm 21. We have a small house. A garden. I write books now. I tell stories of girls like me. He still makes me tea every night. And sometimes I still cry. But not from fear. From joy. From healing. From love.